Yeah, I mean, it was interesting because as you've been saying these stories about how rapper friendships are always fake and fickle, like, I feel like media relationships are more real.
No, of course.
It's because, like, I'm thinking, like, me and you have always been cool. Like, me and you have always been real. Me and Charlemagne, we had a falling out at one point, but we got back to our real friendship at one point. And I remember Charlemagne would even, if he'd interview someone who'd say some shit about me, he would call me and say, do you want me to take it out? And I'd be like, nah, go ahead, leave it in. I ain't tripping, but I appreciate the call. You know, and I've done that with you before, and like, me and Elliot are cool. You know what I mean? Like we're kind of getting our relationship going after our first interview ever, but like,
Vlad, you don't formulate your inner and closest circle by who's the next guy. Like it would be the equivalent of I come on the scene, you see me catch some steam, yo, Ak, you're my best friend. Then you see Kai Cenat, Kai Cenat's your best friend. You get what I mean? Over time, that's what rappers do. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, I interviewed a rapper out of DC, Shy Glizzy, and I wanted to get this question in because I remember one time, you know, he had a song dissing me, right?
Yeah, I remember.
And it was like, I know every DJ but this pussy. I love that shit song too. And I remember one time he was performing it, and there was so many rappers that were like hugged up behind him, popping bottles. I was like, damn. I remember thinking when I saw that video, I said, damn, half of these guys, like, and they didn't say anything, but they were so like supporting him. It was like, oh, those are his friends. And those guys now don't like me, right? Only to find out a few years later, after they realized that maybe he wasn't as hot as he was at that time, he came on my show saying that he couldn't get a feature from them niggas. Them niggas was disappearing. Poof, where they at?
Yeah, I just think that being a rapper is such a harder job than being a successful media personality. I feel like we've cemented our jobs a lot easier than a rapper has. Because a rapper could go cold and stay cold forever.
Have you ever seen like you don't see the hot rapper be in the club with the like, yo, this my boy Jaquan who did Tipsy back in the day. Yo, this is like, yo, this is Chingy. You would never see that. You know what I mean? Like, no disrespect to both of those guys.
Yeah,
just
but I would interview Jaquan right now. Chingy's been on my show multiple times.
Yo, in hip hop, heat stays next to heat. Okay? When somebody starts getting cold, you cut him out of the group chat. That's how it goes in rap. Yo, listen, half the niggas mad at Drake. Drake fucked with them, rocked with them, and Drake has, like, I'm telling you, it's like he has a thermometer in his brain. Oh, yo, this guy about to get cold by November. All right, cool. You'll never see them again. Drake don't hang out with people that's not hot. Yo, new rapper that's popped up in Atlanta. All the girls like him. Honcho. Who's taking a picture with him like this, like they're day one homies? Drake!
Yeah, no. I remember when I interviewed Quentin Miller, and I asked him about how he got jumped by Meek Mill's people. And I said, you talked to Drake afterwards? He goes, yeah. I hit him. He said, be safe out there.
Yeah, be safe.
And that was it. Basically saying, not my problem.
Yeah, yo, listen. You know what? You know what's funny? And you can put. I didn't have to wait for the complex list to know I was number one. I knew I was number one because I remember a couple years ago, Drake said "Dip from my life." I knew I was number one when Drake came to me. That's when I knew I was number one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on. Drake stay with the heat.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, like once you get cold, you're gonna, like when you hit that line, it either turning green. Like, well, you also gotta understand it. This is the game we're in. Like, I think some of these guys, because they start going on vacations together, they start sharing women together. They start, nah, that's my boy. Nah, shit, I put him with this producer. Nah, like, shit, my plug used to serve him. You think y'all locked in. You're not getting no more favors. It's over. And he's realizing, he see them first week numbers? Never again. Remember there was a time you thought that like Drake, ASAP, all of them, they were like, that's gang.
Yeah, now look.
Yeah, come on, man. Like, he waits all them niggas. All right, you out of the group chat? Yeah. And I can't be mad at him. It's interesting because I see my man Sauce Walker from Texas. He was, from Houston, actually, Houston, Texas. He was talking about how Drake, kind of moves. And I'm like, yeah, Drake, as much as people think Drake is into charity, he's not. Yeah. Drake ain't into, like, it might look like it, But by the time he gets on a new artist song, that new artist was super buzzing in their region, right? He's World Star. Remember the World Star effect? It'd be like, yo, you have a hot video already, but World Star just makes it 10 times hotter. Yeah, that's all it is. Like, there's nothing less, nothing more. You know what I mean? Like, he's not giving out favors and careers. But again, I think a lot of that come to bite Drake. I'll go back to a point you said before about how, no one's came to defend him. Because they aren't your real friends.
Yeah.
Now they have to play their own politics. So if you come out to defend him, are you going against Kendrick?
Right. You might have problems doing shows in L.A.
I also hear, because of Future, and this is one of Drake's strongest strongholds, Atlanta, ain't no Atlanta artist is almost gonna be seen as you're crossing Future. And Future, they just dropped the list. I seen Complex drop the list about the Future. I remember when I interviewed 21 Savage back like 2 years ago. He says, in Atlanta, Future's out Drake. And what that is that
that's true.
Nobody's going against Future. Like these artists ain't gonna pop up and be like, nah, man, fuck what all the other niggas talking about. I rock with Drake. So again, 21 gets that brother pass. They just did an album, which by the way, some people believe that maybe Future had felt a way about them working together, but whatever.
Say that. Yeah.
But other than that, which Atlanta rapper have we seen him with since?
No, it's true. And even when Drake mentioned Future in that one song, he said, Future.
Yeah, you can't treat Future like them other guys. You trying to talk about A$AP Rocky? Yeah. Oh my God. Yo, if A$AP Rocky see him, he gotta grab a stone and hit him with. Like, you know what he was talking about?
No, he basically.
He said, go cuddle up in bed with your girl. Like, and then he says, he says, do the math. He said, you hit my baby mama? He said, do the math who I was hitting then. He's talking about him and Rihanna.
Yeah, no, I know.
Drake a cold guy. He does A$AP Rocky the worst. A$AP Rocky gotta give him a nice
the worst. No, yeah, I feel you. No, you're right. And when he talked about Pluto, we talked about Future, he said, me and Future never been through it, and he blamed it on Metro.
Yeah. Have we heard any of the Migos say anything? Nope. There's a bunch of Atlanta people we used to see around. Have we heard Baby even speak on this?
Listen.
Nope.
If it wasn't for Drake, Migos might be working at Home Depot.
Nah, don't say that. Not that time. They were lit in Atlanta, bro.
I was in Atlanta. They were not that lit.
All right, regionally, like
they're regionally lit. Yes, they were opening up very early on Birthday Bash. But when Drake did Versace, forget it. And when I say that, it's not a diss to the Migos, the two members that are left. Is that you just don't know where your music career is going to go. You could be regionally lit for a couple of months, and then that's it.